Howdy y'all, it's Rebecca Rage. I just want to do a disclaimer before I do this video. There's going to be a few professions mentioned in this video. If you're one of the people that work in these particular professions, don't take offense to what I say, okay? I realize that not every single person in these professions are bad, okay? So don't freak out on me, okay? I realize that. Other people realize that. So I just want everybody to know right up front that I'm not saying every single person in these professions are this way. If it does offend you, well, then maybe it does fit you, and I'm sorry. Okay. So I wrote this video out prior to being here now to do it for y'all. And the reason I did that is I'm really creative when writing, but y'all know when I get on to do a topic, I just cover the topic and then that's it. So I wanted to try a little different tactic, and so I had to write it first. So I'm going to kind of be reading and doing the video that way. But no, I am the only person that wrote this. There's nobody else's opinion. Nobody else touched it. Nobody even knows it. Okay? So it's all me. I just had to write it first. So, I've been trying to think of different ways to bring y'all information in a way that it will actually get y'all engaged and maybe y'all check into things. We all try to bring y'all information, but it just seems to be falling flat. So, for those of y'all that follow me on Twitter, y'all know I'm a straight shooter. I don't pull no punches. And for all those that don't know me, simply put, I'm brutally honest and I don't sugarcoat anything, okay? I'm a country girl. I can be pretty abrasive. So I thought I would try to do this video in a different way. Wish me luck, y'all. So, the big topic right now is the Second Amendment and guns. Now, granted, there are so many other subjects that need to be covered too, but I want to cover things thoroughly. Sure, I can throw out a bunch of current problems and topics, kind of like a rapid fire, like an assault rifle. But that's, well, here, like this. Agenda 21, Agenda 2030, the UN and the United States, chemtrails, Zika, fluoride, GMOs, vaccines, false flags, hoaxes, the elite, the Queen, fake elections, the First Amendment attacks happening on social media, supposed Russian bots on Twitter, Bohemian Grove, Pizzagate, the evil Pope, and martial law. Whew. See how fast I just blasted out 20 different problems and topics to you? But some haven't even heard of some of these topics, and others are wondering what is up with them. So that wouldn't be a good way to do it. Or I could only mention a handful or so of topics, but I still think that would be uninformative. Kind of like a revolver, a 6-shooter. It would be kind of like, well, I could pop off like 6 different subjects, like Obama, Russia, Hillary, the clowns in America, CIA, the fraudulent brothers incorporated, FBI, the high-level CDC scientist slash doctor that's missing. But who has time to watch a video long enough to cover all 6 topics? Heck, I don't have time to make a video that covers that many topics. Y'all be hearing my herd and my donkey screaming for food. So, let's see. I don't think a knife approach would be a good idea either. Now, that's a weapon that is beyond dangerous. Just look at how the government and presidents use knives. Shoot, I think knives should be the first weapon to be made illegal. Why? Have you all not seen what they tear up? One word for y'all. Division, division, division. Okay, so it was 3 words, but one kind of just used multiple times. Anyways, kind of like the presidents and government do. Heck, they've managed to divide us on our race, religion, political party, megas and never Trumpers, whether or not we're straight, gay, bisexual, male, female, half female, transgender, dog, cat. It just, I mean, it just keeps going. Of course, if you notice, they never mention their weapon as being a bad thing. Now, what about a shotgun? Any of y'all that hunt, live in the country, or have a farm or ranch know how effective a shotgun is. A buckshot round it's got a spray effect, but it takes down its target. Very similar to the Second Amendment situation going on. The spray effect would include, but not limited to, the drug cartels, Big Pharma, the drug pushers, those oh so trusted doctors, indoctrination camps, not FEMA, schools. And of course, the best one, the final nail in your free mind coffin, college. Okay, how do these things affect what's going on with the Second Amendment and the most likely coming gun grab, you ask? I'm so glad you asked. If you didn't ask, it's okay. You can still listen. So, it starts out as an exciting new chapter in our lives. And it's a bittersweet moment for our moms, especially our moms. She's excited and she makes sure to dress us up, and she even takes pictures. And she's also sad because her baby's growing up. And so to reward us, and most likely unbeknownst to her, she's sending us off to our very first day of indoctrination camps. Yeah. So, from that day on, for the next 13 years, we live our lives trained to be the perfect little slaves for our masters. We're brainwashed 5 days a week, and if we're good little slaves, there will be some small rewards involved. And if we're not good, then we don't get to participate in the rewards. Now, when I was in my indoctrination camps, we did the Pledge of Allegiance at the start of every day. I don't know if they still do that or not. But talk about smart masters. Teach us at such a young and impressionable age to be patriotic and obedient. Good job, slave masters. Good job. So as we go through our years up to graduation, we are taught things that will never be applied in our real lives. And things that we would apply in our real lives, they conveniently didn't teach us those things. Example? Well, that would be critical thinking. It would have to be the biggest one I can think of. They did not, and they would not teach us critical thinking. They taught us fake history. Of course, they didn't tell us it was fake. And while using that fake history, they made us even more patriotic. And by the time we graduated or dropped out, and absolutely no judgment from me on that one, y'all were probably the smartest ones. You escaped. We were so ready to be done with our indoctrination, still not realizing that's what it was. But Mom and Dad wanted us to go to college. I mean, come on. What kind of job or life are we going to have if we don't go to college and get a degree? Okay, let me reword that. Society puts so much importance on going to college that graduates were frowned on if they weren't already accepted to one of the final nail in your free mind coffin indoctrination camps. I mean, shoot, they constructed it so well that people would happily go and rack up years of debt just to become completely mind enslaved. But hey, now they have a piece of paper that costs more than most new cars. What exactly does that very expensive piece of paper do for you, you ask? Well, It depends on what your title says. You can become a legal drug pusher, doctor, a slimy rat, attorney. Heck, you can even become a sleazy snake politician and sell your soul to the New World Order. The possibilities are endless. However, in the end, the government and the evil elite have managed to brainwash the masses into believing what they want them to believe. Besides the indoctrination camps we all had to go through, do y'all know what their strongest asset is to control people's minds? Anyone? The television. That box sends y'all subliminal messages, predictive programming, and the absolute worst part is the propaganda the mainstream media spews 24/7. This is why they don't teach critical thinking in our years and in our indoctrination camps. So let's see if we can piece this assault on the Second Amendment together. 1. Brainwashed citizens. 2. Entertainers, not Hollywood, y'all. Are you with me? 3. Mainstream media that only pushes the New World Order agenda. 4. Reaction from brainwashed citizens that they were given to feel from 1 through 3. 5. Screams for gun control from political leaders. 6. More little shows from the entertainers. 7. More propaganda pushed out from the mainstream media. 8. Even more reaction from the brainwashed, indoctrinated citizens that 1 through 3 and now 5 through 7 have made them feel. 9. Even louder screams for gun control from the political leaders. Okay, I could go on, but none of us have that much time. Long story short, between the chemtrails they spray us with, the fluorides in our water, all the vaccines as children, the useless flu shot every year, 12 or more years of indoctrination camps, fake history taught in said indoctrination camps, the drug cartel, Big Pharma, paying their drug pushers, the doctors, to over-medicate all their patients, patriotism pounded into us to the point we can't even see how evil our government really is, subliminal messages and predictive programming from cartoons for kids all the way up to movies, TV shows, and sporting events for adults. Entertainers to push the government and evil elite's New World Order and the mainstream media's propaganda to push all this stuff to the home plate, you end up with drugged down, brainwashed, indoctrinated, patriotic, and programmed citizens who believe the entertainers with their little shows and the political leaders that can only parrot calls for gun control because they can't think for themselves. And anyone that can't see how dangerous this has become is one of those I just described. If that doesn't scare y'all enough to realize that the Second Amendment must not be infringed upon, then y'all definitely should think about why the Second Amendment was created. If neither of those things makes you all worried or concerned, then it's time y'all turn off your TV, get out of mommy's basement bedroom, quit drinking the Kool-Aid, and the water too for that matter. Do some research on your own and do some critical thinking. But hey, y'all don't have to listen to me. If all else fails, y'all can just eat, drink, and breathe your poisons. Ask your wonderful drug pusher, doctor, for some good medications. And then y'all can sit back and chill. Well, at least until the fake alien invasion or World War III. whichever comes first. This is Rebecca Rage, y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe. Y'all stay safe and stay vigilant.